We're back on our usual night, if there is such a thing anymore, but it's Tuesday night, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris. Hour later, I just checked, Bobby. I think the Eagles are up to pick next in the draft. It's still going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, Sanders still hasn't been picked and it's still going on.
Yeah, we'll talk about if they've improved the team or what we think of the draft. Phillies just got out of an interesting inning there where they loaded the bases with nobody out. The Nationals did, and Jose Alvarado then struck out the side. So what I posted a few minutes ago, the only reliable arm out of the bullpen. And
Right.
this is going to be an interesting game coming down to the end here. We'll see who pitches the ninth. Phillies seemed to bounce back a little bit over the weekend in Chicago. We'll talk about that. NASCAR, a top 10. And we have a new segment tonight. A new segment. So we'll see how Bobby likes it and everybody responds. Be back in a minute.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, eSports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, eSports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at iSports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
So far, a productive break because the Phillies have made it 4-2 against the Nationals. They have first and third with nobody out. Schwarber is up to bat. Harper finally getting on base with a base hit, a nice bunt.
Yeah.
Bobby, I see some people are starting to question whether he's into it anymore.
Yeah,
I know it's April.
He can't hit the ball anymore, so he figures he'll bunt the ball. They're up 5-2 now.
They are, as the Nationals just somehow. Well, the Nationals lost 19-5 yesterday, so
yep.
I thought
that just improves the odds for your ninth inning comeback.
Yeah, maybe. Well, at this point, you would think Romano would be coming in, but if the Phillies tack on, you never know. You might see Joe Ross or a Ryan Kirkland. Never know. Well, the Eagles are always the top of the food chain in Philadelphia sports. And did anything really stick out to you in the draft?
Well, they did their usual. They got the value pick for the guy that's coming off an injury. They like to do that. They've done that. They've done that the last few years. From what I hear, the Mabuka, the safety's pretty good. He's projected to be a starter. And then Ty Robinson, the defensive lineman out in Nebraska, they say is an absolute beast. I've heard him compared to guys like DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, they say he's a guy that's a real nice guy off the field, but he transforms when he gets on the field. He's kind of like Brian Dawkins, that kind of mindset. He sounds like he's a good one. So
the only question I have is why did he drop so far? But
yeah, exactly.
You could say that with a number of guys.
I think because of his size. They said he's undersized. He's 288.
Wow.
I thought that was funny. Guy's undersized at 288 pounds.
Well, there's Patch, there's Geno's, there's Tony Luke's.
Yeah. we could help him with that.
Yeah. Football, it's really different because you just don't know with guys. I mean, and unfortunately the Eagles recently have had really good fortune with guys that they've selected in the draft after being almost a joke for a while with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Jalen Reagor, some picks like that. But look, the team's coming off a dominating season, dominating Super Bowl. There's nothing that you can look at and say, there's a problem with the Eagles.
Why waste a pick on a quarterback when you had a need at tight end? I mean, that was dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not better than anyone they have. I mean, that was just stupid.
Yeah, and I see Kittle's got a pretty good deal out from the Niners. They
better sign somebody.
Well,
when they're losing players.
Yeah, unless they're going to plug in all their draft picks that they're picking on defense. And I think if I remember correctly, their first 3 picks were defensive line. So apparently they think they have a need there, but you never know until the season gets going. And you can always talk about injuries and things like that. But it looks like if you look at the NFC, obviously you start with the Eagles. Detroit's got to be number 2, right?
Yeah. I mean, what Washington did to them was, without their entire defense almost. I mean, so you project them to get healthy. Yeah, I think they're definitely the second best team.
And if you want the question of who's the third best team, I don't know at this point.
I think what Washington did was a lightning in a bottle type of thing. I don't think that's going to happen again.
No, I agree with you.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could throw Minnesota out there, but they're going with a rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Green Bay's still kind of dangerous, I guess.
And the Rams always seem to be able to right the ship. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
But the problem is as we're going to cover over the next month or so, the Eagles' schedule is really, really tough.
Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks when, and that's a thing where a lot of times that trying to repeat or get back,
exactly,
it's not easy. We saw that going back 2 seasons. I mean, it also was the fact that the Eagles just played bad the second half of that season. They really played bad from the beginning of the season. Ended up winning some games they probably should have lost, and then they went on a long losing streak.
Yeah.
And just to round out football real quick, when you look at the other side, I mean, Kansas City's probably they'll probably be a playoff team, but are they a contender? I mean, a serious contender anymore? I don't know if they drop off or not.
I still feel like Buffalo has to get a Super Bowl one of these years. I feel like Josh Allen's going to win one.
You would think. Would think.
Until he doesn't, I believe he's going to. What a swing there by Castellanos. He's starting to go downhill quick. Oh, and how about my comment the other night? I said that Rojas couldn't hit a home run if you put a tee in the outfield and let him swing off a tee, and he hits one tonight.
He hits one tonight. That was Rojas did a home run was probably plus 2,500.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that's
if you even had odds because he wasn't, guaranteed to play. I guess And Castellanos strikes out with a man on third.
I mean, it was on 3 pitches, an 86 mile an hour.
Couldn't even make contact.
That's just bad. Yeah, you saw them get swept by the Mets, and that wasn't shocking. I was surprised they were able to win 2 out of 3 against Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, it was cold out there. I think that's what did it. The Cubs' bats were cooled down by the weather. I think that's what it came down to. That's a team that didn't seem that impressive. I mean, they were playing some good games against the Dodgers, and they've managed to be in first place. But just like we see other teams in other sports, record doesn't always mean you're that good. So you play against them.
That's true. And I mean, Ben Brown just did not step up against his former. I mean, the team that traded him, he didn't. It looked like the Phillies had done the right thing by trading him. By the way that game went. And then the Sunday night game, it was just real simple. It was a matter of Aaron Nola being what we've seen him over the years, where there's games where he's going to look like that, where he's going to make teams look foolish.
And he's hitting the spots. And
the Phillies again just do not seem to score for him. It just he has that DeGrom syndrome where teams just once they pitch when you're on the mound, the team just don't score for you. DeGrom's back pitching this year.
I noticed that.
He is, and the same thing to that. I think his last start, the same thing happened. They only got 3 runs for him, and the bullpen blew it against the A's.
But, how long is Romuto going to be here? I mean, this guy's just his on base percentage is barely 300. I mean, it's just bad at this point.
Yeah, the stat I just saw earlier was this season he's 1 for 25 against
left-handers.
Yeah, I mean, no, I understand it's the last year of his contract, but I mean, at some point you just got to cut your losses and just. I mean,
who's this guy Otto Kemp? What position does he play? I've been seeing a lot about him lately. An outfielder, first baseman.
He's third baseman.
Third?
Yeah,
the big guy.
He plays well. I think from everything that I've read and seen, he can play the outfield, but he's a majority. He's played third base. So no, he hits a home run every other bat, it seems.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
and they're not balls that just fall over the fence either.
All right. So you have this going on while you have guys up here that can barely make contact. You got to mix it up. I mean, why are you bringing Weston Wilson up when you got a guy like that down there?
I don't know if it's a money situation again, which you would hope it's not.
They always bring up this 40-man roster thing too.
Yeah, Wilson's had some experience. I don't know. I get it, because this has been said over the years. And if you take the whole thing of starting their money early or something like that, or okay, you bring a guy up and he goes 1 for 30, and it's like, oh well, you kind of maybe just ruined him. Well, okay, but if it's a guy who's a good player and determined, it won't. He'll take it as a learning experience and
Mm-hmm.
move on.
Jackson Holliday is a perfect example.
Perfect example. Well, and the thing too is, you come up to the Phillies and you go 1 for 30. I mean, that puts you in the everyday lineup. So, I mean,
You'd be their hottest hitter. Yeah, I mean, something's got to be done. They have to mix it up. I mean,
what
you got to mix in youth at some point.
Oh, I agree. With their age. Even tonight, I mean, Wheeler pitched good enough to deserve a win tonight, which he'll get if the Phillies can get 3 outs without giving up 3 runs, as Ryan Kirkering takes the mound. So just flip a coin here of what possibly can happen. But even when you say that they need to get younger,
a worm ball there and it gets a call to strike.
I mean, even Wheeler obviously isn't getting any younger. So
no, he's not. I mean, the whole team's getting older and quickly.
And you look at Harper, you look at Turner, and you look at Nola. I mean, obviously, those guys are going to be here. What, till 2040? It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine that they don't try to do something. I mean,
the one thing I saw today that was kind of I didn't realize it, but I think it was today. In 2010, the Phillies signed Hector Neris. Like, I mean, he was an international player, and they signed him out of some international league or something. I believe that's what I read. But wow,
damn, He might have been 17 years old, but yeah,
exactly. I mean, but it just seems like, wow.
Oh, I thought it was a leadoff double.
Hector Neris. Oh, you're way. And watching on TV, you're way ahead of me. I should check out the.
Yeah, I'm watching on the phone.
I should check. Yeah. You're ahead of me from watching on TV. But no, they have this series here against Washington. Let me look here. I should have checked this, and I didn't, to see who else they play coming up after this. After Washington, it's the Diamondbacks come in over the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, the Phillies don't do well against the Diamondbacks.
Nope.
Did you see the trivia question they put up there tonight?
Yeah. Players with 150 home runs on multiple teams.
Yeah. Harper, I would have guessed. It's just funny just because of where he is now, but Machado did not come to my mind. And he should have. Baltimore and San Diego, but he's in San Diego, so
no, yeah, it doesn't seem like he has that many in San Diego, but he's quietly done well there.
Stanton, of course, and I didn't get the other guy. Yeah, and I'm kicking myself for it too, because I forget about him being a Diamondback.
Yeah, I mean his career seems like it's going by so fast.
Oh my
goodness. He got old so quick, Paul. I remember when Paul Goldschmidt was a rookie. It was the same season as Mike Trout. And it's flown by because I was in fantasy baseball then. I had both of them on my team. That's why I remember. But it seems like Goldschmidt went from a young guy to an old guy in a flash.
Well, listen, Paul Goldschmidt got so old so quick, he actually qualified to be a Yankee.
Right. And he's hitting like 370.
Uh-huh. I mean, the Yankees have 2 of those players from the list. Is it a rule that we missed in baseball where a Phillies reliever is not allowed to get a 1-2-3 inning? I mean,
who was that? Josh Bell that got that hit?
No, that was Abrams, I think.
CJ Abrams. So if Josh Bell comes up the bat, I think you're going to have a tie game.
Yeah, you might if there's 2 on. What was interesting, though, I say that, and then I think back to Sunday Night Baseball, and Jordan Romano did get the 1-2-3 inning And it was surprising to see the Phillies come away with that win because usually on Sunday.
So as a manager, why wouldn't you want to build off of that and try to get the guy confidence? This guy has no feel for the sport, no feel for his team.
I was shocked to see Kirkering come in. I thought it would be Romano for sure.
That's Thompson.
Yeah, and it was interesting too because they were talking about his struggle was he was tipping pitches and they corrected it. Well, wouldn't you have corrected that from like the first outing?
Yeah, you would think. What they do, self-scout, interview the other players. How do they find that out?
Well, the tying run's definitely going to bat because Kirkering can't throw strikes.
Mm-hmm. It's all. Anything on the NBA playoffs? Have you been watching? Or?
Yeah, I have. That pitch wasn't a strike, but yeah, I've been able to catch. I've been able to catch some of it. I'm surprised by what happened with the Lakers. I thought they'd be able to beat.
Oh, wait, do you see this play?
Okay, well here it comes.
Your superstar center fielder is a great fielder. He stinks. He stinks all around. Why is he playing so shallow? First of all,
how does this happen?
Where's he playing? He's playing for like a pitcher.
See, I don't have the volume on, but the Phillies announcers won't say anything negative.
He stinks.
Not too much. Yeah, Josh Bell's either going to tie this up or put them ahead. Yeah. Is he up next?
No, I saw another guy in the on deck circle. Oh, Rosario. On the mat. Safe. Oh my God.
You're ahead of me.
Told you shouldn't take Washington. What were they plus 2,000 coming into the inning?
Oh my! Another error by Turner. That's 2 in 2 innings.
He doesn't belong to playing shortstop in the major leagues.
Yeah,
look at him. Even the throw to home when he came home last inning, that was a wild.
That throw it's lucky it didn't wind up in a dugout somewhere.
I know.
Or this one.
Does Harper get him? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he did. I don't know. It's close. No, there's no challenge. Oh yeah, they are challenging.
He got it out.
Yeah, I don't have the sound on either.
It looks to me like he's out, and then that takes the error away.
Yeah, right. And nowadays they'll probably give him a base hit. See that ball the other night? Somebody hit one against the Cubs and went right through the guy's glove, single.
Yeah,
Call stands. He's safe.
Really?
Yeah, he don't know. He didn't tag him.
It looks like he tugged him, but
not on the front view. Watch the front angle.
Oh, from the back. Oh yeah, he didn't get him. Yeah, he didn't get him. Well, at this point, you got to bring Romano in, I think.
They don't have. Who do they have? Tanner Banks. Seems like they never use him.
Yeah, he would have to be the left-hander.
But Bell's a switch hitter anyway.
True. Yeah, this is one of those ones where it was a 3-run lead. I mean,
when Harper quit on the team, he didn't even come to the meeting at the mound. He stayed at first.
Well, he's more interested in what color bat he's going to be handed next,
or what handkerchief he's going to wear, bandana.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy destroys the Phillies. Herbert Ruiz.
Well, hold on. I'm going to have to put this. I'm going to have to go to Game Tracker here because you're because with you being ahead of me, because I'll have your reaction real quick, and then what happens? Well, this is like a throwback to those old shows we used to do on those Tuesday night games.
Yeah, always coming down to the end.
Yeah, the Tuesday night Phillies games would.
It is cool doing it. As tired as I am, and it's cool doing it at 9 o'clock. That way we can actually do the end of the games.
Well, this one might not be over by the end of the show. Yeah, and just with the way our schedules have been, everybody, we're squeezing this one in this Tuesday. Just the way it is with people being busy, and well, it's summertime, so we're getting there. And I'm trying to look ahead Okay. No, and you had mentioned the NBA playoffs. I mean,
Yep.
The team we had talked about.
Can't help it. These plays are hilarious.
A team we talked about a good bit as a. Well, you can't see that on game. Well, now I see
talk.
now I see that they moved up on Game Tracker past a wild.
The umpire got in his way. A wild pitch on the third strike, guys. Now,
it's a good thing first base was. It's a good thing first base was occupied.
Yeah. This guy can hit.
We had spoken quite a bit about the Rockets, but they're not playoff ready.
Bad matchup.
Very bad. Well, that's the other point. Very bad matchup against the Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, and well, new guy this year.
Podzinski's been playing good for Golden State too.
He had a great game last night.
Yeah.
He did, and for them, it was a jolt getting Butler back. Him not being really injured anymore than a little bit, and having to miss a couple games. But yeah, and even late in the game last night when the Rockets either had the lead or were able to make it close, he hits a home run, Bobby.
No way.
Yeah, it's 6-5. This is on the manager. Another game lost by the manager.
I told you this guy can hit. Why would you even pitch though?
Yeah, everyone's standing and they can be. I got to hear what the announcers say about this.
Kirkland sucks.
They should be in the major leagues.
Huh.
He said, "Hey, the first. Oh no."
It's just an ATM machine. I mean, it's just you just have to have the guts to do it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, quit your job, bet against the Phillies.
Yeah, in the ninth inning.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know who closes anymore for the Nationals.
Oh, I don't either. Did they? Yeah, I don't know. Did they keep anybody decent?
I guess it's the same guy they've had for a while. I'm just blanking on his name.
No, because he went to the Dodgers. And there's Bell ground. That always happens after the big hit. The next play they ground out.
Yeah, I mean this is just not a team that just seemed.
The closer was Kyle Finnegan, but he got traded.
Yeah,
Did
that's
he get traded?
I think they still have him.
No, but he got moved.
We got Bohm, Sosa, and Kepler coming up. That's not going to work. What I was going to say was this team right now is just doing enough to keep Thompson there. The 2 out of 3 in Chicago is just enough to keep. No. I mean, you fire him after tonight. I mean, that's his mistake.
Maybe if they get swept. Maybe if they get swept in the series, you do.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll take you through the end of this, and yeah, I guess the Cavaliers and I would say Boston, if everyone stays healthy, should be.
Yeah.
I don't know what are the Knicks doing tonight. I mean,
it was close. I don't know. It was close. I still was.
Let me check here quick. The Pistons are up 1.
Seems like it's always been that way the whole series.
Did you see that play Aaron Gordon put in the other night to win that game?
Yeah. I mean, seems like all these games are coming down to plays like that. I mean, it's.
Well, and the thing was, I mean, Denver was up. I believe they were up 22 late in the third.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, just they went on a run, and I mean, I watched it, saw it a few times. I mean, to me, it was a good basket. The other thing too is James Harden fouled him, so I don't know why someone didn't have him boxed out, but
that's the catcher's fault. He threw a down and in curveball to a left-handed hitter. That's so stupid.
Thought he'd swing over it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Sad. Well, we'll take you through here to the end, and then real quick here, we probably have a shortened show, but NASCAR was Well, it was interesting. I mean, Austin Cindric with a win. Talladega can always be up or down.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching the basketball game at the time. Something was going on at the same time. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Orlando and Boston. Boston's been okay. I mean, I didn't expect to see Tatum back, and he was playing.
Yeah, I was surprised too. It just seems where that is on your arm. If you even just bump that a little bit, that's painful.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Phillies will probably go down quietly 1-2-3. That looked well. I think he might have just got hit right catcher. That seems a little bit painful there. Yeah, and out west it seems like Oklahoma City. I mean, Oklahoma City, and I mean, right now Golden State's playing really well. So,
yep. My stat of the night was going to be Nimmo had 9 RBIs 2 nights ago or last night. Bohm has 8 and Turner has 10 on the season. There you go. There's production.
Well, and I think even though we sit here at the end of April, I think it's safe to say one team's headed in one direction, one's headed in the other.
The Mets will probably be in the World Series or in the National League Championship Series.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And if a situation arises with them at the trade deadline, they're going to do what they can. I mean, I don't know their farm system, but they're going to do it. There's a picture of a Ryan Kirkering, a guy who should not be in the major leagues. I'm sorry, he just shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you look down to that bullpen. That's everyone in that bullpen. They just shouldn't.
Well, those runs aren't going to count against him, right? They're going to be unearned.
A
couple of them will be, right? 3.
Yeah. The wild pitch, the error from Turner. Yeah, you're right. Unearned.
Here's classic Rob Thompson, right? He sits the guy the whole game and then brings him up in the 9th inning and expects him to produce. Bryson Stott's coming up.
Yeah, well, here's the other problem right now, though. They need a run. I mean, you have no one to come in off the bench because, Sosa was used, but you would need someone to run for Bohm because Bohm can't run.
Yeah.
Bohm cannot run. This is just going to be station to station here. What goes on? Well, as we go down through this, I have a top 10 and then a debut, another segment.
That pitch was a strike. Color ball.
Piggybacking off of last week, the top 10 right-hand batters in Phillies history, and I didn't go back past late 70s.
Okay. Number 1 will be Schmidt.
Correct.
Number 2, right-handed batter. I'll try to get them in some kind of order. Probably a guy you said last week, Dick Allen.
Well, see, Dick Allen would make the list, but that's going back too far.
Okay.
Yes, a guy I said last week mistaken.
Lozinski.
I have him 3.
Yeah. Pat Burrell would be up there.
I have Pat Burrell 4.
Okay. All right. So.
I mean, some of these names you're going to be like, really? And it's just like,
But there isn't many.
No. And some of these guys who I just had to fall back on.
A lot of their great players have been lefties.
You're right.
Nick Castellanos.
No current players are on the list. Well, let's see. Stott can strike out, and then Turner can hit into the double play, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Man, I can't think of players that had long careers with the Phillies of right-handers.
There's some, but it's like I said, it is a.
I'm thinking of Ricky Jordan. It's so bad.
Yeah, well,
I got one. Gary Matthews.
No, I don't have him on the list. I have someone very similar.
Gary Maddox.
Yeah, Gary Maddox is 6th.
Okay. I keep going to the 93 era for some reason.
Let's see. From the 93 era,
Wes Chamberlain, Pete Incaviglia.
Yeah, I don't have anyone from the 93 era.
No, Pedro Felipe. I got one who I think should be on the list.
Okay.
Placido Polanco.
He is number 10.
There you go.
Absolutely. He's the last guy I thought of.
He was a good hitter.
He was. He was a very good hitter.
How about that Mariano Duncan?
Yeah, he's a guy who could as well, but I don't know. I don't have him on the list. I'm surprised you haven't got number 2 yet.
Yeah, I know. So much. Concentrating here. Well, I have no confidence in Kepler as he hits a hard ball to center field.
Yeah, I mean,
not hard enough.
You got first and third with 1 out, so that double play.
Yeah. I said barrel. What position? What am I looking for here? Outfield?
Third base.
So Scott, I always forget Scott Rowland.
Right. And wait a minute. We're talking late 70s on, and Scott Rowland is 2. Wow.
That's pretty bad.
So Schmidt 1, Rowland 2, Lazinski 3, Burrell 4, Maddox 6, Polanco 10. And these other 4 names are going to be they got, I mean, to me, they got to be on the list. And it's just I have 2 catchers on the list.
2 catchers. Carlos Ruiz.
I have him 8th.
Who else? Mark Parent.
No, this guy's 5th.
Oh, Rojas is striking out here.
Oh, please. Suicide squeeze, right?
That's the only chance. Yeah, hope the pitcher fumbles it or something.
Hope for a wild pitch or. The other catcher is 5th on my list. Actually, you know what? I have 2 more catchers on the list. I apologize. I had 3 catchers.
Bob Boone?
Yeah, Bob Boone is 7th. Yeah.
I never saw Bob Boone play for the Phillies.
But you did see the catch him and Pete Rose combined on. So, no, number 5. I'm surprised. I mean, I thought you'd get this guy. And he's got to be, and he's 5th. He's legitimately 5th.
What position?
Catcher.
Oh, yeah, I think Darren Dalton, Bo Diaz. Who else do they have back there? Lance Parrish. Recently?
No, 90s. Mid to late 90s.
He tries to hit the ball so hard, just making contact. Who was the catcher in the late 90s? It was Dalton, and then.
Yep, it was Dalton, and then this guy. I know. This is fun when we do this.
I'm not ignoring him. I'm trying to watch him.
Oh, I know.
He's striking out.
1 and 2.
He doesn't know how to make contact. Now he's going to try to make contact. He's going to run his position, scoring position. He's hitting 467. Wow. Benito Santiago.
Nope. I mean, this is why this makes this list the way that it is. You want his first name?
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh, Lieberthal. I used to deliver.
Amazingly,
I used to deliver his mail.
But look, top 5 right-hand hitters for the Phillies, and Lieberthal is 5th.
Hit like 260 for his career with about 600 or 700 hits.
Uh-huh. And the only name missing is a center fielder.
Doug Glanville?
Yeah, Doug Glanville.
Stop it.
No, I mean, who else am I going to put there?
Yeah, I know.
It just
it's
right.
Bad.
Well, obviously, why the team has lost 10,000 plus games.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, it's getting it's nail biting in the 9th.
Oh, almost a wild pitch. Now it's first, second, and third.
Second and third with one out, 2-2 on the batter.
And the guy, anybody on the team I wouldn't want to have up is him.
Yeah, true.
He's going to strike out.
Well, let's see.
Why do we think Turner was coming up?
Yeah, why? I don't know.
I'm like totally.
No, I saw Stott. That's my fault. I saw Stott. It's my fault.
There you go. It's going to be a play at the plate. It's boom, right on third. It's going to get thrown out. Oh, he dropped. He would have been out by 50 feet. He didn't even get started until the ball was thrown. The ball was like almost home when he was like waving the plate.
Oh, he was real late.
Yeah.
Now Turner's up 6-6.
No.
And now
Turner's not up, is he?
Yeah.
He bat leadoff tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why. Oh, he has a chance to go 5 for 5.
I did alert the staff for the new segment. And I don't know, hopefully I can carry this segment on. But the new segment is called A Fun Question.
Okay.
So maybe going forward there won't be as many answers, but
and we get graphics and stuff like confetti. And...
Well, if the staff can do that, if not, sure.
A Fun Question is brought to you by Skittles.
and here's the question. Name every way in baseball you can score from third base without a hit. Without there being a hit.
How many are there? Do you have the number?
8.
Okay.
And the Phillies win.
Wow. Turner,
how
5
about
for
that?
5. A wild pitch.
I mean, Finnegan, the Phillies might as well get him. They might as well trade for him. Let me hear what they say here.
And once again, they saved Rob Thompson's job.
Well, right there, what a smart. Was he hurt? Uh-oh.
No.
Did he get stepped on?
Well, there's one of the answers to the question. I was going to say wild pitch would have been my first.
Wait, he's helping you.
Yeah.
Yes. Wild pitch is absolutely one way.
Hit by a pitch.
Well,
what?
No, you won't score from third on hit by a pitch.
If it's bases loaded.
Well, see, that's what that's number 7. You're forced in, either by a walk or hit by pitch. Right.
Okay.
Yep. Forced in.
Obviously a hit.
Well, this is the score from third without a hit.
Oh, without a hit.
Ways to score from third base without a hit.
A balk.
A balk is absolutely one.
Well, now it's pitch clock violation, right?
I think, but I didn't put that. That could be that. Wasn't that a balk? Maybe not.
Ground out, fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice is one.
Fly out, sacrifice fly.
Sacrifice fly is one.
Suicide squeeze, bunt.
Well, the suicide squeeze, that would be then the fielder's choice.
Oh, okay. How many did we get so far?
5.
Pickoff attempt. Wild pickoff attempt. It gets thrown away.
What would that be called?
Error.
Error. Correct. 2 more. I look at Rob Thompson. This is like, he was the genius.
Genius manager.
His move to put Stott in there to get this. But no, if you're a reporter, isn't the first question to him, Rob? There's nobody in that bullpen you can trust except Alvarado. No one. How do you as a manager? Oh, okay. Here's what we have so far. We have an error, a wild pitch, a balk, a sac fly, a fielder's choice, and forced in through a number of walks or hit by pitches.
Oh, I said wild pitch. A passed ball would be the other one.
Ball would be the other one, and there's one left.
One left.
Yep.
Got to be something.
And everyone, we're this is it's 9:45 here on the East Coast. So Bobby has had a long day. We're making him think of another way you can steal. You can get home.
You said it. Steal.
You can steal home.
Yeah.
My fault. But I'll try to come up with some questions like this. I forget what game I was watching, but I forget what happened in where they were on third, and someone said, "Well, there's a number of ways you can score from third without there having to be a hit."
Mm-hmm. Now, Phillies right there had an opportunity to come out and pour Gatorade on him. I would have done it. Bring it back.
There would have been fun.
Yeah.
Well, hey, he sat all night and he scored the winning run.
Yeah.
And you know something. He has become a more valuable player since moving to the leadoff spot.
He's hitting almost 290. I mean,
yeah.
I think he's slowly working his way to becoming a 300 hitter, which they always said he would be.
And I didn't really, I didn't see much of the game with some umpiring tonight. I get Mackenzie Gore was pitching, but why wouldn't Stott still be leading off? I mean,
because they had to play the great Edmundo. I think he went 0 for tonight.
But what's the message you're sending him?
Exactly.
It's it's probably not a message being sent though, because wouldn't you think, and this isn't ever going to happen with Thompson, or wouldn't you have liked to have seen the report where Thompson earlier went to Stott and said, "Look, team's struggling, not scoring runs. We're going to move Schwarber out of the leadoff spot. You're our guy. Look, you're our guy. We're backing you. Go out there, go for it."
Yeah,
but
I agree.
It's like, well, okay. Well, Mackenzie Gore's pitching tonight, so Stott, you don't get to play unless we need you at the end. I mean, it's like you won't bat Lenny Dykstra because
right.
Tom Glavine's pitching tonight.
I think they would have been afraid not to play him. He would have went. He would have went on a tangent after the game. Said I'll play every day. I'm nails.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like you weren't going to sit. You weren't going to sit Utley for a tough lefty. I mean, well, they won the game. I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So they got 2 more against Washington, and then they're going to go to the Diamondbacks are coming in.
All depends on the pitching matchups, of course.
Yeah, I don't know who threw for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Me either.
I didn't see. Yeah, it does. It does because I know they got beat pretty good.
The Pacers won. Milwaukee was up by 4 with like 15 seconds left, and they won. Wow.
Is that the end of the series?
I think so. It's a sweep.
I think Milwaukee got 1, so it might be 3-1.
Did they?
I think they did. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, the Pacers won the last one. Did they win one in the?
Oh, it's 4-1. They won 4-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you know what? The built-in excuse for Glenn Rivers is going to be there.
Yeah, injury.
That's what it's going to be. Injury to Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I just looked up. Crook's got a Fanatic hat on that's green and white, a blue shirt that looks polka dot with polka dot. They're not polka dots; they're little diamonds on there.
Well, the pitcher tonight for the Diamondbacks was Eduardo Rodriguez. He gave up 8 runs in 4 innings against the Mets.
So the Phillies will get a Pafat, Merrill Kelly, and I can always picture him. I'm blanking on his name. Who's their ace? Zach Gallen.
Yeah,
that's who the Phillies. They'll get them.
And, Pete Alonso went 2 for 3 again tonight. He's hitting like 900 in the season.
Well, he must have hit a home run where everyone just stood still. Everybody, thank you for joining us here on a Tuesday night.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll let you know exactly when we'll be back next week, and we'll have those things to talk about. NASCAR will be in Texas, so I have no pick.
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's his kind of track.
Yeah, him, Logano,
Yep.
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Keselowski. I think he runs good there.
Yeah, I think you're right. He does.
He does good at there in Michigan. It's like the same track.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, we said this last year, and I thought maybe there was a chance this week, but there wasn't. Maybe Ty Gibbs. I mean, one of these.
I know you would think.
I mean, I picked Ryan Preece to win last week. He came in second. So
yeah, guy's having a good year.
Yeah, surprise. You know, it's the thing that stood out to me about him was that Kroger car. Because when I went to school down south, I mean, obviously that's the supermarket down there.
Kroger. Right. It's like the Acme and ShopRite. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right. Have the wildfires died down some?
Yeah, it's all gone. I haven't heard anything. It might still be smoldering, but yeah, there's no more smoke in the area. Yeah.
Check us out, everyone, on Twitter. Chris Amos 717. Actually, it's called X now. I apologize.
At Bobby Cash 215.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Phillies win.